Hi, friends. Are you already packing your bags to go back to the office and you're feeling normal now with the COVID gone? I hope so, that this thing is gone. Maybe we've been battling for 24 plus months now. So, my question is well, if the COVID just ends now, when you go back to work, what are the greatest fears that you have witnessed during this pandemic? Okay. What is that you realized are the greatest fears that if you can master, you can really win this world, win and become an extraordinary professional? Well, I just distilled three of those greatest fears which I witnessed during this pandemic and through my 2 decades of career. Well, are you interested to learn some and master them? Let's look at it. Well, there are three basic fears which we all know of are first, the fear of failure. Second is the performance part. What if you underperform? And third, what about the change and uncertainties that we have witnessed now and which are going to come in future as well? Well, if you think that these are the most important ones, just write in the comment below. I look forward to see if there are anything else that you think are in your top three. All right. Well, let me get back to this. First one, fear of failure. We always know what fear of failure is because from the top, when we started our career, probably you always have hesitated asking a question to your senior, or probably trying a new thing, or probably always worried whether you are going to confront with somebody when you found somebody doing wrong, or when you think that you were right on certain point. All right. Here is my take on fear of failure. As a great professional, what you need to do is you cannot stop trying new things. Well, it's something that is against a human race, against a great professional. Trying something nimbly and uh, failing forward is something that is very, very essential as a great professional. And the second is you got to voice out your opinion. Stop thinking that you will be judged. You will be judged any which ways. If you don't talk, they'll think that you are a dumb. And if you talk, then they may think something else, but at least and the organization is mostly benefited if you are asking the right questions. And the right questions come when you ask a lot of questions. And I really struggled this area a lot, many years. And I can tell you that was detrimental for my success until I learned the art of doing it and still learning about it. And third, which is to confront with others. Very difficult. Most of the people think that when they don't rub with somebody, they are nice people. But as an organization, it loses when you don't confront on the right things. What if you're about to press a button to launch a missile and you notice that there is a snag and you save the company billions of dollars just because you confront and say that there is something wrong and you will make sure that it is fixed and launched again in a right way? Well, that is really a big saving. And I can tell you, I've learned this very, very hard to confront with your leaders, confront with your or colleagues. I'm not asking you to all the time go after them. But what I'm saying is when you think that you're right and there is a point, just don't leave it because the organizations really value such professionals who really stand on their point and make sure that the real important things are got done, right? So these are the top three things that if you take care of, you can really master the fear of failure. See, if you're not failing, probably it's because you're not trying, and that's for true. And if you have to try that, you got to do it most number of times, and mostly ready to be failing as well, right? So let's get on to the second part, which is about the performance. All of us in our careers, at some other point, are worried about our performance because we start looking at our peers and trying to judge ourselves, or probably are looking at the leader and thinking, what do I need to do to really impress somebody? It's not to do with your own inner mindset because the performance is mostly a measure of your own ability to deliver things. Whenever you think that I'm capable of doing certain things, you naturally tend to learn faster, even though you don't know it at that time. and try to deliver excellence. And this is what I found, that the right mindsets come with basking with the right people. So try to keep the right company of people, invest in your knowledge, all right? And that's when you can really beat the underperformance. Second part is about the skill set. All of us is something which are unique, and nobody else can really imitate at the level that you can, because you're really passionate about that skill. You find out what is that power skill, invest in money, time, energy, and try to refine it, and look forward that this is something which is futuristic in nature, and try to stay in that zone while you expand your other skills. So leverage on your power skill while you expand on other skills is the way that you can become a real super performer. And the last but not the least, the important part is a tool set. Friends, I always see that some people undercut and they try to settle on gadgets and things which are not really up to the mark. So look, the organization is not really worried about saving few dimes. They are really wanting to invest on technology and tools if they really can pull up some kind of good results. So it's about you as a great professional to negotiate and get the right tools. If you're a sales professional, you got to have a great mobile device and a great network probably to get the right data and report it. And probably if you're a IT guy, then you got to have the best of the laptops or the gadgets that are needed and softwares that are installed, which are really licensed, and importantly, you have the great network. Otherwise, what happens is your performance gets suffered, and that's a bigger loss rather than on the tool set. So finding the right tool set, asking for it and getting is your job as a professional, and building the right skill set and mindset as well. Okay. And you never ever have to worry about the performance once you fix these things. Well, let's get on to the last one, which I think is the third most important fear that we got to master is the change and uncertainties. If you're not somebody who loves naturally the change management, your future is really bleak. Because if you're a mid-career professional and if you don't know how to manage the future, then it's very tough because nobody knows what's coming in future. All you need to have is a supple, nimble mind to learn new things, adapt as we just did in 24 months now. Nobody knew how to manage this pandemic, but we managed it, right? That's how this future is going to be. Great leaders always innovate and try to remain on top. Second is technology. You cannot hate it, you cannot fight it. All you can do is embrace it, learn it. Even though you think you're not techie, you're out of it, I can tell you will be a great misfit if you try to fight this. My best suggestion is think about the way you were a toddler and how you learned new things. And that's the same mindset that you got to have now. You just have to put extra hours and learn it. That's the way can be managed. All right. A few things can be delegated, but largely you just cannot run away from this technology. And the third but not the least is the leadership. If you're a leader, you got to be somebody who's vocal about the changes and the importance of change management and then managing of uncertainties. And you got to be present right in people's mind all the time, asking them questions and being a solution provider. And if you're somebody who's looking up for a leader, probably got to understand that your leaders are open-minded and ready to share, and probably it's your job to ask the right questions. If your company or organization is a learning organization, they will create forums where the questions can be asked. It's your job to find out, ask those questions, and try to be clear, even though the uncertainties are still going to be there. Well, these are the top three ways I think you can master as a great professional. If you learn the art of mastering these three fears by this, whatever we saw now, the 9 things in summary, trying new things, not fear about being judged, confronting with the people when it is right. That's how you to master the fears. When it comes to performance, master your mindset first. Do not compare with the peers. Work on your inner core strengths. Build your skill set around your power skill. Then ask the right tool sets. Then change management. Work on future orientation and have the supple mind to embrace the change then adapt to the new technologies, and have a leadership vision of change and uncertainties. Ask the right questions to the leaders as well. Be in the zone of answering to your subordinate when the time comes, all the awkward questions. If you don't know, figure them out. That's your job. Okay. So these are the three great ways that you can manage your fears. If you have any other fear that you think are relevant for others to know in this community, just why not you type it below so that others can know about it. What were your experience? How did you overpower your fears? What are your immediate plans to overcome your fears? If you can narrate, I think it'll be a great value to this community. I look forward to read your comments, and I really wish you very good luck in all that you're aspiring for, and a roaring success for your professional journey. Signing off, Vishwa Mohan, your entrepreneur coach. I really wish every professional to become ordinary to extraordinary. That's my vision. So with that, I sign off. Take care. Bye bye.